Yo, what's up, good people? This is Mutoriah, and welcome to another episode of the ReRun, where we talk about my production process to get into my brain. And today we're going to do a song that I love so much, my own jam in it, or a love song. And we're going to talk about the mixing process of love song. So we're going to talk about the acoustic version because I figured it's going to be easier to work with the acoustic version because hiyo ndio haina instruments mingi. And then I'm going to do another video yenye kona kila kitu, so naendelea kuongea as I wait for guys to get on the live. You can watch my previous episodes za ReRun. I've done a couple of songs. Most of the songs I've produced. I've talked about the production process of the same. So yeah, don't be afraid to dive in, look into other videos. Tunawaona wenye mnaingia, asanteni sana kwa kujoin our live video. Yebo. That's how I do it in the 254. Alright, so I'm just going to dive right into it. Alright, so I'm just going to dive right into it. I hope you guys have had a good week. Imekuwa wiki ya mapenzi, wapenda nao, malombo tov, masereti. My video camera guy amepeleka msichana wake huko Diani. Sijui kama ni kupeleka ama amepelekwa, who knows man, we'll never find out. Anyway, as we're talking about love, that was just a bad punny joke and I won't say it. I've said enough for today. Love song. So to rudi back to love song, it is about love. I'm going to play a bit of it. As you can see on the screen, this is my layout for my software yanuo. Titeza kidogo. So niko tu na voice, hata sikuwa na BGVs for this one, and the piano, and one more sound, the calming waves, and there's another, let me call this reverse piano over here. I'm going to talk about it in a few. Yeah, you know how we do, yeah.
Na vile imekukubali itabidi nikumari.
And then my calming waves, very subtle but important.
How you see right through my flows, I don't know. Make it who's a city kali. Sina budi kukumari.
Awesome. So here we have our project after umecheza your keys or whatever. What I love to do nikienda kwa mixing, first of all, is to group all my instruments, so that I can have my instrumental and my vocals na nizione virahisi. So for this particular project, we only have the voice, the main voice, there are no BGVs, and just the keyboard. So I'm going to group my keyboards into one group. That's Shift Command G, and we have a group for keys. I'm just going to rename it keys. And then what I do with my mixing process, nakuja hapa, you save this project as, nakuja hapa kwa file, project alternative, and then you create a copy of this project. Chatuita love song, acoustic mix. Yeah, you can save. So when you do that, at least utakuwa na, in case you mess up kwa hii file, utaweza kurudi back to your original files. Also, excuse me, for the workflow it makes more sense to have this project like this, ndio utaweza kuona penye vitu zako ziko virahisi. So what do I start with when I'm going to mixing? First, kwa sababu nilikuwa natengeneza ngoma, I go and delete anything I did not use. So the first track to go ni yenye iko hapa. This is an audio straight from the keyboard. Nilirecord na sounds za keyboard, but I ended up using my MIDI instead. So you're gone, delete, and then just going to delete all these muted things I can see on the screen, because I don't need them. So this is after you've already recorded, you've already decided this is what you're going to use. Ama hii ndio imekubamba. So nikisha delete hivo, ni wapi sija delete, nimedelete kila pahali. And then I go to my plugins. Most times, because of the workflow, I usually use presets to especially kama unawaka na msanii impatient unaweka tu preset hapo mbio mbio ndio mko on the same page, ama asikupeleke mbio like akisikia sauti yake ako like hey, uone mimi kweli. But it's always best when you come back to mixing, you unazima zote ndio usikuwe isikuwe inaccurate. Nimepata you get better sound if you use less plugins. So that's an approach I like to use, natumia less plugins. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my MIDI my MIDI instruments into audio by bouncing in place. So you just right click and bounce in place. That's how you do it, boy. And why is this necessary? It's because audio inakuanga, it's because of this oh my god, I don't have a very good explanation, so let me not explain. But trust me, ikiwa audio itakuwa better. And not only that, but also when you're bouncing in place, make sure you turn on the normalize button, because it's going to give you a fatter, wider, saturated sound. So I'm going to delete my MIDI. I'm going to come over here and bounce my calming waves, and then I'm going to have audios of the same kama tu hapa hivi venye unaona, normalize, make sure it's on. So these are the piano, reverse piano that I didn't talk about. It's very simple. This is an effect I like to do after nime bounce audio. This is my piano, just to add deadly. I take this sound yenye iko hapa hivi yenye inamaliza, I duplicate and put it in a new track, and then I reverse it. Alafu, this is how it sounds. Saskia, well, I don't know saka kila mtu anapenda, but hiyo ni mambo yangu. Inafanya, it makes your sound a bit more unique, and I think I just love how it sounds. So basically that's what I did. Nilikata the specific parts zenye nataka the piano ikuwe reversed, and that's how I ended up with this sound. So after you bounce all your tracks into MIDI, the next thing is to start mixing. And it's very important for you as a musician to know the key of the song. Oops, just a second. Alright, there we go. So, as I was saying, it's very important for you to know the key of the song, because especially if you're mixing the voice, it's important for you to mix the voice, or rather to pitch correct the voice in the correct key. And my song is in B, and nasemanga hivi ni poa as a producer, hata kama hujui kucheza instruments zote, to have some basics of keys, at least piano ni rahisi for most people. So ukuwe tu na basics za keys, ama ukuwe na music knowledge ya kujua penye key iko. So when I add my pitch corrector, I'm either going to use the B major scale or the G sharp. Oh snap, is it G sharp or hii song iko B flat ama iko B? Hii song inafaa kuwa B. Bro, unajua hii song iko kigani? Wacha nisikie. Oh snap, iko B flat. My song is in B flat. So when you come to the pitch correction, you're either going to use the B flat major scale or the G minor or the G natural minor scale. That works for me. It's almost the same notes. Yeah, so we have my voice over here, and always me one's an EQ. Let me just start on an empty canvas. Bypass. No, remove all effects. Yep. All right, so this is my voice EQ are raw.
I didn't know I had it in me.
So I'm going to add an EQ.
Kama kazi na vile imekukubali, itabidi nikumari. I didn't know you
So
had it.
the first thing I usually do is I make sure I cut out the lows, because huku chini kuna frequencies tu mingi zenye hatusikii but ziko hapo na hatuzihitaji. So there we go. And then I know most of you people soma YouTube University. So the other thing I usually do is I natumia the increasing frequency method. Na natafuta penye frequency hazinibambi penye ziko. So I just reduce the volume of my track and then I play and increase frequencies over here, looking for frequencies I don't like.
Roho ngumu kama kazi na vile imekukubali, itabidi nikumari. I didn't know you had it in you. How you see right through my flows, I don't know. Umegeuza serikali, sina budi kukumari.
And you'll notice hata sikati sana, nakatanga tu, yani I just cut off, what am I saying? Nitakata around 2 dB, 1.3, because pia you don't want to cut a lot hadi ina change your sound. So there we go.
I didn't know I had
And then after my EQ, I use my noise gate. And this is when the noise gate is important. This is my mic without a noise gate. And kuna kelele kadhaa ka kompyuta kangu hapo hivi kana hema. Nitawekea namba ya mchanga hapo hivyo, by then nahitaji kompi ingine very soon. So kama nikinyamaza mnaweza sikia kompi yangu ikihema. So the good thing with noise gate, kama siongei hutasikia sauti, so uta-assume sound yangu ni clean, though bado hii sound ya computer kwa. So this is my voice yenye inakuja kwenye on streams without the noise gate, and this is it with the noise gate. Sikia the difference. Hata unaweza fikiria hakuna kelele kwa hii room, si ndio? Yeah, so I'm going to add a noise gate to my voice and then make sure ina open at the right time ndio isifungie any words, but also ina close time yenye nimenyamaza ndio room noise isisikike.
I didn't know I had it in me. Roho ngumu kama kazi, na vile imekukubali, itabidi nikumari.
This was just, let me continue. So niambie ukishaanza. Alright, so after I put my pitch correction,
I didn't know I had it in me.
yes, it sounds slightly better, but kuna some parts bado nasikia like kama hapa hivi ningependa vibrato ipungue kidogo.
Had it in me.
Yo vibrato ni mingi, so
Had it in me.
I use the natumia hii function inaitwa flex pitch. And what does flex pitch do? It helps you go or dive into your track and change the pitch of your jam. So na make sure tu hapa hivi umeselect kwa flex options, make sure you select flex pitch over here. Mnaweza iona. So hapa penye staki a lot of vibrato, I just come over here and reduce the vibrato to 32% or whatever percentage I want. Nasanika nimechota hiyo note. So drift it a bit. Hapa nyuma. Sichote. Reduce.
Roho ngumu kama kazi.
Yep. And
roho ngumu kama kazi.
This is what you do.
Roho ngumu kama kazi.
Yes. Sasa hii ndio kazi ya producer sasa. Unajua unasikiranga tu ni madem tu kwa na pombe kwa studio. But this is what you do. So you go what I usually prefer to do is to fix each and every note manually, but like could depend on my pitch corrector. The mi wacha zote mbili ziwak pamoja. And then the deesser. What's a deesser? Inatoa the s sound. Okay.
I didn't know I had it in me. Roho ngumu kama kazi.
Then this is again a plugin, and basically what I'm going to do with it is just instead of increasing the volume, I prefer kutumia the gain and you balance out throughout the song which parts you'd want to hear the voice a bit more, a bit louder than hizi vitu zingine. Alright, so I'm just going to play it in context.
I didn't know I had it in me.
Kama hapa nimesikia piano ikiwa louder, so either I can reduce my pianos or increase the volume of my mic. Let me just reduce the pianos for this part.
I didn't know I had it in me.
Ndio bado unasikia voice.
Roho ngumu kama kazi.
Nice.
Na vile imekukubali, itabidi nikumari. I didn't know you had it in you.
Yes, kama hapo hivyo unasikia you had it in you imepotea. So
I didn't know you had it in you.
Yep. So what do you do? It's very simple. As I said before, this is my gain plugin, and when I press A, itaniletea automation functions, yeah. So when you select the gain plugin, you can control it from over here. In fact, unaweza chora by clicking, you add different parameters. Is it parameters ama pointers? I don't know. You get the point. So hapa hivi penye nataka iongezeke nitakam and then increase the volume over here.
I didn't know you had it in you.
Yep, that sounds much better.
I didn't know you had it in you. How you see right through my flows.
Pia nimekumbuka shida ingine niko nayo. My calming waves after nimezi bounce zilikuwa normalized, so they were loud, so let me just reduce that.
I didn't know you had it in you. How you see right through my flows. I don't know. Make it who's I said it kali. Sinabudi kukumari.
Oh yeah. And then after you get your perfect mix, that's when you go into compression. Don't do it the other way around. Make sure you use as few plugins as possible. So let me just clear my effect track. Something else I misuse a lot, as you have seen before, is my CLA2A plugin. It's one of the best compressors. Haina kelele.
I thought I'd never remember how to write a love song. I thought.
And as I was playing this, nimesikia hapa hivi kuna ilipita through my pop filter. So I'm going to use my C6. Hizi ni external plugins za waves. So nitatumia C6 to remove it. So natumia naeka C6 and then I reset and then
I never.
So I thought.
I thought.
Skip.
I thought.
So what I usually do is I solo my low end and then napunguza up to penye nasikia inanibamba, inanisuit. So I use it as an EQ, but mostly by the way nililearn kutoka kwa Provoke, because this software you can compress just a bit, si sana. You can compress the frequencies you don't want zikuwe too loud.
I thought I'd never remember.
It's going to give you a much cleaner sound. Yeah.
I thought I'd never remember how to love till I meet you. Till I meet you.
And I already like how it
I
sounds.
thought I'd never remember how to write a love song. I thought I'd never remember how to love till I meet you.
All right. So hello. Oh, okay, tuko sawa. So the other plugin I misuse a lot is this center. Oh, wezi pata kwa mono buzz. So I'm just going to continue to my reverb. I always prefer to use reverb that's on a bus because you can control it. So right now I've used sorry about that. Nimetumia a reverb plate 1, I guess, and then I change kidogo. And then I have my channel EQ over here. my de-esser, because sometimes nasikianga reverb ina enhance depth and you don't want that in the reverb. And I've also used my C6 to do the same, to cut off the sounds of the sounds I don't like, and then nikaeka kwa bass. So
how you see right through my flows, I don't know, umegeuza serikali, sina budi kukumari. I thought I'd never.
awesome. Ooh, that's some nice reverb. Ile kitu maybe sijaongea kuhusu ni my instrumentation. Let me just mute the reverb for now. So instrumentation yangu, mostly I'm just going to use the EQ and most likely than not my CLA to A, just to make those instruments zishikane. But sai niko tu na just keys, so I don't really need a compressor for my keys, honestly. That will be too much. So I'm going to go to my final output channel. I will definitely use an channel EQ. Something else I misuse a lot is the L3 multi-maximizer. It's heavy. I didn't feel latency right after nimeweka. Pia natumia C6 for the same reason. Na make sure every time naeka C6 I reset. In fact, wacha ni save as default. So I reset to make sure inarudi zero, there is no compression. So I'm just going to use it as an EQ. Okay, so my C6, my L3, and yeah, that's it. So
I never remember how to write a love song. I thought I'd never remember how to love till I meet you. Till I met you. Till I met you. Till I met you.
all right.
I didn't know I had it in me.
And then now, oh man, keep forgetting about this one. Turn into a bass. Yeah. All right. So nasema nini? Ile kitu ta realize ni if your mix is good, when you reduce the threshold of your limiter, it's going to be clean bado. And it's so beautiful to listen to a clean mix with the threshold ikiwa chini, but bado nasemanga usingangane kupunguza threshold ati kuongeza volume. I prefer to bounce this mix, and then when you bounce it, you master using that bounced file. When I normalize, it's going to be much cleaner. It's better to have a clean mix that you can increase the volume instead of making too loud, alafu ichape tu manze, ichape. So let me just play what we've done. Umeona how nimetumia effects kidogo sana actually. Nitaicheza wasako wakisikiza as I wait for your questions hapo mtandaoni.
akino aherini, roho ngumu kama kazi, na vile imekukubali, itabidi nikubali. How you see right through my flows, I don't know. Umegeuza serikali, sina budi kuku